Di ka pasisiin sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagni.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao.
Sumapit na po ang alas 4, basketball na muna ulit tayo. The Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, returns to the north after an all-south slate of games yesterday in Batangas City. Joshua Toralba, who has been splendid in his return here to the MPBL, now playing for the Manila Batang Sampaloc, will once again try to lead his team to a victory here after a heartbreaking loss in their last game to the San Juan Knights. Later on at 6 o'clock p.m., it's going to be the Iloilo United Royals tangling up with the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. And at 8 o'clock p.m., the Bataan Risers will be defending their home floor against the Pangasinan Heatwaves. Magandang hapon mga kaliga. Happy Palanya here, joined by Coach Louie Gonzalez. Coach, itong Manila, they are looking to put all their fury here on the Bicolandia Oragons. This is going to be literally a tall order para sa Oragons here in this first game.
Oo, totoo yan. And the goal for Manila right now is to secure that fourth spot wherein you get home court advantage. So we expect them to come out strong, especially manggagaling sila sa setback.
It's not just going to be me and Coach Louie with the panel today. The third member of our broadcast panel is Miss Andrea Endicio. Andrea, good afternoon.
Yes, Javi. First of all, happy Thursday sa inyong lahat at habang nalalapit na nga tayo sa pagtatapos o sa dulo ng ating elimination rounds with Bicol, just making the most out of their last 6 games. At ito namang Manila, of course, looking forward sila at excited sa tinatawag nilang pinakamasaya at pinaka-exciting part ng ating liga, which is the playoffs with their new head coach in late this season. Sabi nga sa akin ni Coach Ariel Vanguardia, he still needs to fix a few more things given a short amount of time, at kung ano-ano itong mga gusto niya pang i-improve at baguhin sa team, ibabahagi ko sa inyo maya-maya lamang. Javi and Coach Louie.
Well, we're going to be very interested to hear that from you, Andrea, especially changing a head coach at this point of the season, Coach. Very difficult. Of course, you know that yourself.
Oo naman. And a good thing na alam naman natin, season coach already, Coach Ardel Vanguardia, and he's not gonna make a lot of changes. He knows na critical na itong sitwasyon na to, so he's gonna ride on kung to whatever, kung ano yung merong yung Manila right now.
Tingnan natin ang lagay ng panahon sa ating team standings, beginning with the Northern Division where Manila currently is at number 4, like you said earlier, Coach Louie.
Oo, itong Pampanga and San Juan naman still at number 1 spot. Itong Pampanga, 22 wins with 1 loss. San Juan, itong winning against Manila in their last game with 21 wins and 1 loss. And like I mentioned, Manila, ang goal nila right now is to solidify yung 4th spot na yan. Wherein, alam mo, nandyan lang, nakaumang lang itong Abra Weavers at 14 and 7. Alam, kasi halos pareho sila in terms of losses.
Especially with Abra getting on a groove right now and on a rhythm at this point of the season, with Coach Yong Garcia seeing the chemistry developing for the Weavers. Dito naman sa ating Southern Division team standings, Coach, alam naman natin na wala ng chance ang Bicolandia pumasok. But you know, the other teams, they are really still in a hot chase for the 8th spot, including Iloilo, which will be playing later on.
Quezon still with the top team here in the South Division with 18 wins and 3 losses. Tapos jumble na tayo from the number 2 to hanggang sa number 7 spot. Then yeah, totoo yung sinabi mo. Iloilo, expect them to play it out later on our second game kasi you know their backs are against the wall. So sigurado all out ito.
It's already going to be an interesting matchup kasi ang kahaharap rin nila, Rizal Golden Coolers, are also trying to solidify their spot in the Northern Division. Let's talk about the previous game of the Bicolandia Oragons. It was another high-scoring affair that ended in another lopsided defeat against the Bataan Risers. Again, here, Coach, Bicolandia, they showed that there has been no problem in their offense, but their defense continues to be notorious.
Oo, talagang alam naman natin with Shaq Alanes there, Lordy Casajeros. Actually, 4 players scored in double figures in this game. But again, Bataan really displayed, alam mo yun, ang ganda ng field goal. Almost 60% in terms of field goal shooting. And if you look at the head-to-head, itong Bicol shot at best at 40.02% in terms of 2-point field goal. Rebounding, restoring, ayan, dito plus 13. Dito nakalamang itong Bataan. And ang points in the paint, alam naman natin, medyo depleted in terms of frontline lineup. So Bataan, knowing that they have a athletic big, so they're gonna take advantage of that.
Let's see naman how Bicol will be able to do with that depleted lineup here against Manila, who is very loaded, especially in the front line with the likes of Greg Slaughter and Raba Al-Husseini. In their last game against the San Juan Knights, they were down actually heading into the 4th quarter before they made a furious rally headed by Josh Toralba, who had 10 points in the penultimate frame to be able to keep Manila within striking distance. Unfortunately, their comeback just really fell short against the Knights on their home floor.
Oo, that night it was a dogfight between Manila and San Juan. And San Juan thought it's gonna be a walk in the park till that fourth quarter explosion nitong Manila SB squad led by that guy, Josh Toralba. And it just shows na, alam mo yun, yung playoff picture natin kung ganong kagaganda yung mga ng labanan. So, and that game, that night, talagang itong Manila, talagang they showed resiliency against itong San Juan that's been playing beautiful basketball. And if you look at the field goal, though, they're -10 in terms of percentage, but that big fourth quarter brought them back in that game. Rebounding, yeah, they got more offensive rebounds, points of turnovers. Alam mo yun, dito talaga, alam mo naman, San Juan being the faster team, talagang will always get fast break points. Pero bench points, talagang medyo missing talaga yung contribution ni Raba Alusaini and Carl Brian Cruz, not that much that night.
Well, si CBC, his numbers have gone down ever since the entry of Greg Slaughter. Alam naman natin, at some point, he was the leading scorer of this Manila Batang Sampaloc squad. Can he get his game back in this one against the Bicolandia Aragons? Malalaman natin in just a bit. Let's go to Miguel Pere.
For Bicolandia Aragons. Starting at guard, number 20, Justin Alfonso. Forward, number 77, Kent Lau. Starting at center, number 27, Chris Javier. The other forward, number 55, Lordy Casajeros. And the other guard, number 32, Shaq Alanes. The head coach for the Aragons is Raymond Valenzuela. Assistant coaches Jun Dizon, Matthew Sia, and Maverick Chua. Team manager is Adrian Anglim. Team owner is Mark Tan. Now, the starting five for Manila SB Batang Sampaloc SGA. Starting at guard number 25, Renzo Navarro. Also at guard number 0, Zax Gonzaga. Coming in at center, number 20, Greg Zilla Slaughter. Forward number 31, Josh Toralba. And the other forward, number 17, Carl Brian Cruz. The head coach for Manila is Ariel Vanguardia. Assistant coaches Paulo Layo, Guren Noriega, and Max Leandante. Team consultant is Charles Chu. Team managers are Neil Arce and Adosa.
Our starting five of this game brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Justin Alfonso, Shaq Alanes in the backcourt, joined by Chris Javier, Kent Lau, and Lordy Casajeros in the front line para sa Bicolandia Aragons. Para naman kay Coach Ariel Vanguardia, Renzo Navarro, Zags Gonzaga, Greg Slaughter, CBC, Carl Brian Cruz, and Josh Toralba will be beginning this match against the Bicolandia Aragons. We welcome you to the first game of our Thursday triple header here at the Orion Sports Complex here in Camalig, Bataan. Abby Palanya joined by Coach Luis Gonzalez and Miss Andrea Indicio. Well, Bicol, we already mentioned, Coach, at the top of this coverage, it's literally going to be a tall order for them, especially with the depleted lineup that they've been playing with.
Oo. And with Manila naman, you know that they're coming here in full business. Imagine the starters na for Manila. For me, this is the second strongest combination. You have Lorenzo Navarro there, you have Sags Gonzaga, you have Josh Toralba, CBC, and Greg Slaughter.
All seasoned veterans. You have two guys there who have international experience in Greg Slaughter and Carl Brian Cruz. They played for Gilas Pilipinas. Josh Toralba is no stranger to the MPBL, as well as Zags Gonzaga, while Renzo Navarro has proven that he is one of the steadiest point guards dito sa ating liga.
Oo. Just imagine, 4 guys playing for Manila right now, all collegiate champions.
That's correct,
Oo.
yeah.
And one made a record in the NCAA.
4-0 here at the start of this game. Wala pang 2 minuto nakakalipas dito sa ating unang yugto. As usual, the Aragons off to a slow start here. Gonzaga from the outside. That is down and through para kay Tonino Gonzaga. You like how Gonzaga has been able to really fix that outside shot through the years.
Oo. And surprisingly, no, usually when we play here in Camalig or yon, medyo slow start yung mga teams sa parang this is the third time I covered here. Parang ngayon pa lang ako nakakita ng ganitong start ng team na maglalaro.
Well, sinabi mo na kanina, Coach, na this Manila team, they seem to be all business, especially after that heartbreaking loss to the San Juan Knights, wherein they only lost by 2 points. And a bad start is far from what they want. That's why they're off to a 7-0 blast here right out of the gates. Let's take a look at this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Zags Gonzaga draining his first outside shot of the game.
And I think with the new coach at helm, I think Coach Ariel is taking the opportunity to know his wards better. So siguro may kita mo there's still a goal. That's why I keep on saying goal kasi as a new coach, ito yung gusto mong makita eh. Ano ba yung kayang i-deliver ng mga players mo?
Coach Ariel Vanguardia is fresh off a stint in the NBA Summer League wherein he was part of the coaching staff of the Atlanta Hawks. And that's certainly going to be a big advantage for the Manila Batang Sampaloc, especially with these veteran players in his roster. Get Lau trying to get Bicolandia on the board. That's way off the mark. Manila is off and running again. Gonzaga will stop and pop. That goes out. Alfonso able to get the rebound against the much taller Carl Brian Cruz. Lau, one dribble. The drop off to Javier. That's the first bucket of the game for the Oragons. Chris Javier was one of the guys in double figures for Bicol in their last game against Bataan. He had 10 points. Oragons get a steal. That's Lordy Casajeros, Mr. All-Around para dito sa kanilang koponan. And he has really been one of their brightest spots this year.
And when Bicol plays, teams sometimes fall in that trap of nagre-relax and with Bicol sa dami ng games na na-cover ko sa kanila, they are very good converting turnover into points.
That's correct, yeah. I also did notice that, Coach, and especially when it's these three guys on the floor with them, Alfonso Alanes and ito si Lordy Casajeros. You have those three guys leading the break, you could expect a score para sa kanila.
Remember their last game here against Davao, that went to be sa akin yung the witness ko na highest scoring ball game na nung nag-start ako mag-work dito sa MPBL, and Shaq Alanes 10 3-pointers in that game.
Wow, boy, what a play though that was. Galing kay Renzo Navarro and Zags Gonzaga converting on an alley-oop play right near the timeline. 11-4, mabilis tayong umabot dito sa ating halfway point dito sa ating first quarter. Navarro gets a screen from Slaughter. Greg, a little sidestep, puts it up and in. That's an easy 2 points plus the foul for Greg Zilla.
It's always been a problem for other teams defending Greg Slaughter down low.
A two-man game here between him and Renzo Navarro. Slaughter getting his first 2 points of the game. First timeout taken here by the Bicolandia Oragons. They're down by 9 points. 13-4. We'll be right back.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. As promised, here are the things that Manila is trying to work on as per their head coach Ariel Vanguardia. Number 1, defining roles. It's true na maganda ang loaded ang lineup ng Manila and he thinks na mas magagamit ang full potential nito kung walang overlapping. Pangalawa, balanse ng team. Obviously, Manila is a huge squad pero sabi nga ni Coach Ariel, being big is not enough, especially here in the MPBL. At pangatlo, chemistry. With the roles that he is trying to instill sa mga players, syempre adjustments will happen and time ang kailangan nila to play smoothly. Pero kagaya nga ng napag-usapan natin kanina, they need to do it as quick as possible. Actually, bago pa man ang playoffs, mabibigat na ang makakalaban nila or ang remaining games nila. Pampanga, another huge squad, was a special mention. Heavy, Coach Louie.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Well, those three things that she mentioned, defining roles, balance, and chemistry, is definitely very important at this point of the season, especially you're taking over at the tail end of the regular campaign para dito sa Manila Batang Sampaloc.
Oo. And if you look at the last game of Greg Slaughter, 15 points, 5 out of 8 in terms of field goal, 5 out of 7 in terms of free throws, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Pero having just 8 field goals, for Greg Slaughter, this is not enough. Alam mo yun, and I feel na he should have more, nagkaroon pa dapat siya ng mas maraming touches when they played San Juan in their last game.
Oh, we're going to be taking a short break. I think we have some technical difficulties here. We'll be right back. All right, back here inside the Orion Sports Complex. Bonus free throw para dito kay Greg Zilla. He muffs that opportunity, but they are up 13-4 here against the Bicolandia Oragons. Alanes free from the right corner pocket, leaves the follow through. That's good para kay Shaq Alanes.
Okay, well executed. Primary break off that free throw ni Greg Slaughter. And going back dun sa report ni Andrea kanina, Javi, yeah, it's imperative na talagang daanan ni Coach Ariel yung prosesong yun. He knows na, kasi as a veteran coach, alam mo ano yung mga factors na importanteng makita mo at malaman mo agad moving forward.
Well, that guy is certainly going to be a big factor para sa kanila moving forward, joining the team midway into this season. Actually, hindi nga midway, medyo dun sa latter part na ng campaign nitong Manila. Well, he was picked up in the free agency trade window para dito sa kanilang kupunan, but just joined the team late after fulfilling some contractual obligations abroad. Ito si Josh Toralba.
And Josh Toralba's efficiency, alam mo, outstanding talaga every time he's there. It's not just the talent that he brings, it's the energy that comes along with that.
He started his collegiate career here with EAC Generals in the NCAA and then transferred to De La Salle, wherein he won a UAAP championship. Alanes missing badly on that three-point attempt. Score is 20-7. Bicol having a hard time putting up points on the board. Let's check out our fast break of the game, brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Gorgeous finish right there by Josh Toralba, finishing with the left hand. Gonzaga catching fire. That's down and through para kay Zags Gonzaga.
And when you see him shoot that basketball, para bang unorthodox but yet so effective. How many times na, and what's good with Sags, he will not take a lot of three-pointers, but the efficiency, talagang the probabilities na it will go in mataas.
In their last game against San Juan, he was 1 out of 5, pero ngayon sa laro na to, he's 2 out of 2. Casajeros is now at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And then going back to Gonzaga, coach, you're just really impressed with the hard work and the work ethic that he brings. Nagtrabaho na to sa corporate
At ang maganda dito, with him being the 2 guard and Josh Toralba being the 3, what a combination. Imagine, hindi lang offense, kasi even yung toughness in defense, kasi sa akin nga, ito talaga yung, alam naman natin, yung specialty talaga ng dalawa, yung depensa nila.
That's correct. And they both have the height, the athleticism.
Plus the experience.
Exactly. And you could see here that Coach Ariel Vanguardia still making this 5 play a lot more on the floor. You would expect that after establishing a big lead like this, papalitan niya na agad yung mga players niya. But they're trying to get this particular 5 a lot more time together. That's a block there by Greg Slaughter, but the recycle by Lordy Casajeros. 25-11, 14 ang lamang. Slaughter Gets it to Toralba. Navarro down to CBC. Bicol continuing to stick with that zone while Carl Brian Cruz makes them pay. Ahead on the schedule for Manila, coach, they will be facing Pampanga next on August 26th. That I was actually talking to their strength and conditioning coach, Miko Dandan, earlier, and isa talaga yan sa games na talagang binilugan nila sa kalendaryo nila.
Oo. Actually, it's an exciting schedule of games next weekend. Especially with yung team ng Giant Lanterns.
Yeah. After Pampanga, Manila will be facing Pangasinan. And then on September 16, it will be Bacolod. And then on the 28th, their final game of the season will be against one of the top teams in the Southern Division, the Zamboanga Master Sardines, as Gonzaga gets another basket on the break.
Oo.
Tonino Gonzaga is now in double figures, actually. First guy to break the double-digit barrier sa laro na to.
And I think that's the goal right now. If they can finish this game right from the get-go, might as well do that para at least maiwasan na lang yung mga unforward incident na or baka yung mga aksidente, di ba?
Extra pass to Toralba. That's short. Rebound na punta pa kay Greg Slaughter. Navarro will be unbothered but missing on the gimme.
Oo, naghahanap pa yata ng papasahan si Renzo eh.
Casajeros di na naghanap ng papasahan doon as he scores inside. That's now 10 points in the game para kay Lordy Casajeros. 32-15. 44 seconds to play here in the opening frame. Gonzaga will attempt one more. This time it's short. The pitch out to Alanes, who is leaking out, and that's 2 points for the former Lyceum Pirate.
Again, scoring will never be a problem for this Bicolandia team. And just imagine, though Manila is really started this game very strong, pero nandyan lang sila eh. Now with 17 points already.
It seems I'm just watching a team playing the scouting team in practice. Just trying to practice their plays. Look here, Josh Toralba cutting through the middle, getting the pass from Greg Slaughter. That's a foul against the Oragons. It seems to me that as long as Greg Slaughter or Raba Al-Husseini is on the floor, talagang sona lang lalaroin ditong Bicolandia for the entire game.
Oo, and even ako naman kung ako yung Bicolandia. Talaga na susunahin ko na lang itong Manila. Kasi you know that personnel-wise, match yung position per position, lamang na lamang talaga itong Manila SB squad.
4 seconds to go. That was a foul to give for Manila. A new 5 on the floor here, except for Josh Toralba. He joins James Sena, Raba Al-Husseini, Jimboy Pastoran, and Pau Havilona for Coach Ariel Vanguardia. And 3 seconds left here for the Oragons to try and make a final shot. Alanes takes his time, sets his feet, way off the mark. That was an air ball. He missed everything.
Minsan talaga, gusto talaga ni Shaq may umahabol sa kanya.
Yun na nga, Coach. May mga ganun talagang player eh, no? Pag wala silang bantay, talagang na-off rhythm sila eh.
Oo. But what a start for the Manila SB squad in this game.
A remarkable field goal shooting para sa kanila. They move the ball around. They score from the outside. They score on the break. Tonino Gonzaga leading the way with 15 points. And Carl Brian Cruz also having his share of the scoring load. He has 9 points, while Toralba was also off to a good start. He had 6 points in the first 10 minutes of action. Renzo Navarro making sure that everybody was eating in that opening frame for the Manila Batang Sampaloc. 34-17 is our score at the end of one. This score brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. And pag-usapan ulit natin ang next 3 games on the schedule of the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. We already mentioned in the first quarter they will be facing the Pampanga Giant Lanterns next right after this match against the Bicolandia Oragons on August 26. And on September 2, they will be hosting the Pangasinan Heat Waves. And on September 16, 14 days after, they will be hosting Bacolod.
That's why they need to keep that fire within them. Especially kasi minsan ang tendency mo when you're up against teams below 500, you tend to relax kasi medyo madali manalo eh. Pero with Manila right now, you can feel right from the get-go na talagang yung killer's instinct kailangan ng buong buo eh.
Pau Havelona missing on the 3-pointer. Medyo nadapa pa siya dun sa ating mga A-board sa Grulo. Dan Malyari couldn't get it from the outside. Liarena leading the break here for the Oragons. Decelerates, gets the contact and the basket.
And again, the kind of play wherein Bicolandia is at their best. Playing that 2-3 zone and with long shot, long rebound opportunity, madalas yan, conversion sa kanila.
This is our fast break of the game brought to you by SportsMax, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Liarena cutting that Manila lead to just 14 points here at the start of our second quarter. James Sena, who is actually, I think, reunited with his former college coach in Ariel Vanguardia. Am I right, Coach?
Oo, totoo yan. They were the ones who brought the Heavy Bombers into that finals game. Last final appearance ng Heavy Bombers.
Alanes couldn't get the step against Pastoran. Liarena looking at his options. He sees Casajeros popping out of the corner. Gets the screen from Burgos. Short on the fadeaway jumper. Havelona now looking to push. Good transition defense for the white shirts.
Pastoran open there.
Havelona elects to put the ball on the deck. Sena will not force it. Aluceni in the elbow. Gives it to a cutting Dan Malyari. But the offhand misses off the glass. Alanes reliving his matchup with Jimboy Pastoran. This time he scores. Alanes led the way against Bataan with 22 points. He has been their top scorer the past few games. Aluceni making mincemeat of the defense of Charles Burgos.
Okay. Itong si Raba really had struggled in their last game versus San Juan. Talagang every time he gets that ball in the middle, tini-triple team agad eh.
He only played 10 minutes in that game against the Knights. And in fact, he's averaging almost 16 minutes a game. A 0 out of 2 only. Ito si Raba Al-Husseini. Sena, that familiar one-hander, you leave him that wide open with that kind of shot, you are pretty sure that it's going to go in for the former JRU Heavy Bomber. Casajeros gets the foul against Dan Malyari.
And if you notice, kasi etong si Shaka Alanes realizing na Jimboy Pastoran guarding him and Lordy Casajeros, ito naman si Daniel Malyari. Pag ilalagay nila yung pagiging veterano nila.
Ito, veterano na talaga to. Si James Sena coming on over from the PBA. Taking his talents to the Manila Batang Sampaloc to shore up what has already been a loaded front line this season para sa kanilang kupunan. That's a steal for Sena. Only as Burgos in front. Sena with the big strides. Lost it. But that's last touch on Charles Burgos.
Akala ko magpipinoy step si James Sena.
Few years ago, you would expect that would have been a slam galing dito kay James Sena. Last touch nga dun kay Charles Burgos. Aluceni swings it outside to Pau Havelona. Misses on the 3. Burgos with the board. Siya na rin ang baba dito into their front court. Burgos all the way to the cup. Nobody stopping the basketball there for the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc. Now, Coach Louie, here in this game, what do you think moving forward this blue shirts still have to improve on?
Manila needs to stay disciplined. They cannot fall sa trap na gagawin itong Bicolante. Kasi ganyan, they're slowly eating up yung kanilang kalamangan. And remember, okay, they're so used to playing zone that, again, every time you make mistake, they're gonna run. Kasi imagine Charles Burgos now bringing the ball down by himself and attacking all the way to the basket. These are the things na nakita natin na na-improve at nagkaroon itong mga batang player na ito.
Pero dyan nga lang talaga sila madadali when the ball gets inside for Manila and you have Raba Oluseini playing single coverage against one of the Bicol defenders. And here are the Batang Sampaloc. Now that's a problem, Coach, when they fall in love with a three-point shot and they start missing a lot.
Oo.
Alanes flips a pass to Rojas, gets it back out to Shaq. Alanes misses everything. Rojas is right there. No, that's Charles Burgos. No, tama. John Edsel Rojas nga.
John Edsel Rojas.
Nalilito talaga ako sa kanila ni Charles Burgos.
Parehong-pareho kasi talaga.
42-28, 14 pa rin ang kalamangan dito. Aluceni is asking for it, but Javelona will take it and make it. That's three-pointer number 5 in the game for the Batang Sampaloc. In Javelona's first basket of this game. That's another offensive rebound for Charles Burgos. Unfortunately, he was called for an offensive foul there.
And see how fast this Manila team brings the ball down. And Bicolania team brings the ball down and look for an opportunity to score. When the last time we covered them here, pinag-usapan nga natin yung kanilang 5 seconds offense.
Malyari with the rock. Pastoran to the corner they go. Malyari on the opposite side. They go to Al-Husseini, who was pushed from behind by Chris Javier. That's only the second team foul of the Oragons, while Manila is actually already over the limit. It's still over 4 minutes to play dito sa ating first half.
Kasi because every time the Oragons get that basketball, tinatakbo agad din and na-force itong Manila na ma-foul sila.
Pastoran triggering from the baseline. He goes to Malyari up top. Gets the ball back to Jimboy. Pastoran from downtown. That's off to the left. Rebound to Burgos. Charles running, passing to Llarena. Not really one of his strong suits, but he gets the ball up anyway. And another offensive rebound for the Oragons. Rojas getting the 2 points.
Halos lahat ng second chance points nila coming from John Edsel Rojas.
Well, all of Rojas' baskets have come from offensive rebounds. Sena, fade away jumper and gets the bounce. It's just been back and forth between these two squads here in the second quarter. Not really a lot of defense being played. Rojas goes against the defense of Malyari, gets stripped by Javelona. Llarena giving chase. Javelona trying to fish for a foul. Pastoran gets it from behind and gets the 2 points.
And a good trail job there by Jimboy Pastoran.
Bicolandia Oragons, who actually are playing today without head coach Raymond Valenzuela. So Coach June Dizon taking over the head coaching duties. And there you see a clean block by Llarena as he was looking from behind, but good thing Pastoran was there to clean up the mess. His lead now up to 19 points for the Manila Batang Sampaloc. Let's check out our fan of the game brought to you by Jinky Skin. Dalawa sa mga nagagandahang dilag sa loob ng Orion Sports Complex witnessing this game between the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA and the Bicolandia Oragons. Abby Palanya joined by Coach Louis Gonzalez. Let's go to Miss Andrea Endicio at courtside.
Team manager of Bicol, Sir Angle, mentioned to me earlier that even though out of reach na ang playoffs picture para sa kanila, they try to maintain the pride and camaraderie within the team. Every week, andyan pa rin yung 4 to 5 times na practice. They make sure to have bonding moments together after kahit mga simpleng kainan lang. The management is still very supportive despite their fate this season. Hindi naman daw rason na they weren't able to enter the playoffs to lose the bond that they built. Lalo na at half of this team are youngsters. At this point, they're doing this for them to get experience and exposure. Again, to make the most out of their remaining games. Javi and Coach Louie.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Well, let's see how well this team will develop moving forward, especially with the next season already on their minds. Have great young players that they've developed this season. Guys like Burgos, Rojas, even Cyrus Llarena.
Outstanding naman talaga yung development ng mga players na ito. And one thing that they were able to play with the big boys. I think ito yung na-witness natin na development throughout the months na naglalaro sila dito sa MPBL.
Especially na fast-track yung development na yun, Coach, nung nawala yung mga RJ Deleses and all the other veterans para dito sa Bicolandia Oragons. They certainly had to step up because they really had no choice.
And again, as a player na bata, those are the opportunities na talagang hindi mo pakakawalan. And yung standing, hindi alam mo na you still have a long career in front of you. Pero believe din ang hands off to these guys because they just play unconscious regardless na malakas sila, malakas yung kalaban nila, mahina yung kalaban nila, muntik silang manalo. Yung quality ng play na binideliver nila is the same.
Zags Gonzaga knocking down a 3-point shot before that conversion by Charles Burgos. Pero 21 pa rin ang hinahabol dito ng Bicolandia Oragons, and Raba Al-Husseini is making it fiesta time during other people's siesta times here inside the Orion Sports Complex.
Going back to Charles Burgos, hitting that jumper. Imagine pagbalik nito sa collegiate ranks. So there he can dominate already.
Like you could already see the skills that he's developed here in the MPBL. Playing inside against bigger, taller, more experienced players. And also give him the opportunity to handle the rock.
Dati hinahanap niya pa yung point guard Pero ngayon, every time he gets that ball, every time he gets that rebound, siya na rin yung outlet
James Tempra coming in here para kay Raba Al-Husseini. Ira Batalier has also checked in, as well as John Hamon and Puroy Katimbuhan. Llarena.
Good pass.
Backdoor to Velves. That's 2 points para sa Bicolandia.
Great execution there coming from the Oragons.
And they get a steal here. This is a 4-on-3 break. Casajeros hangs and scores. Kung ikaw, Coach, wala ka na rin siguro masasabi dito kay Lordy Casajeros.
MVP numbers yung dinideliver dyan every game.
Kumbaga siya yung LeBron James dito And this is something that he's not really used to doing. You know him as an enforcer, a guy who usually guards the best perimeter player on the other teams. But for him to be able to set up his teammates, facilitate, orchestrate, and at the same time also score, well, wala ka na masasabi dito kay Lordy.
Just shows how passionate this guy is sa playing basketball. In their last game here, we spoke, yung courtside natin spoke to him na wala na siya magawa Talagang kailangan niyang gampanan na lahat ng posisyon dito sa team ng Bicolandia
Imagine the numbers that he had last game against Bataan. Another great all-around performance. 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. A near triple-double for the former UE Red Warrior.
Halos ay na yung average niya
A last shot time here for the Manila Batang Sampaloc. Gonzaga, another 3-pointer on the way. This time that's off. Katimbuan gets a pass there to Batalier, but clean block upstairs by JR Nangsang. Wala nang oras doon si John Edsel Rojas para makakuha ng 2 points for the Bicolandia Oragons before the end of the first half. That's going to do it for the first 20 minutes of action here between Manila and Bicolandia.
A little too late for that shot, pero itong Bicolandia, maganda yung kanilang performance in terms of offensive output. Halos nakadikit na sila sa score na binigay ng Manila. In that second period, 28 for Manila, 23 points naman for the Bicolandia Oragons.
Manila is being led by Gonzaga, CBC, and Toralba, who have a combined 33 points. Of course, Tonino Gonzaga leading the way with 18 markers already para sa koponan ni Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Our halftime score is 62-40. This is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Welcome back to the first game of your MPBL Thursday triple header here. It's halftime between the Bicolandia Oragons and the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. We are still live from the Orion Sports Complex here in Camalig, Bataan after an all-South slate of games yesterday in Batangas City. The numbers after the first 20 minutes of action here, Coach Louis. Bicolandia once again showing us that they have no problems scoring the basketball, but it's really their defense wherein they have a big task ahead of them.
And again, it shows with our in terms of scoring output, and we're just in the half of this game, 62-40. But if you look at the field goal percentage, ang ganda rin. Bicolandia shooting at 43%, Manila at 58%. Pero what you like right now with Manila is that 24 assists. Napakataas niyan, and bench points as well. Though ang leading scorer nila is coming from the starters. Yung bench points nila sa halftime nung second half talaga nag-deliver na.
They have already matched their season average in terms of assists. They're averaging 24.7 assists per game this season, talking about the Manila Batang Sampaloc. Let's go to Miss Andrea Andicio at courtside.
Kung may better late than never, sabi nga ni Coach Raymond Valenzona, better late than absent as he came from a game prior to this one. Pero during halftime, sabi nga niya, we can't count out the fact that Manila really is a strong team with really dominant bigs. At kahit nga daw isona nila, napakaganda naman daw ng ball rotation, plus the bigs are shooting from the outside. But of course, the game must go on. At nagagawa naman daw yung opensa nila, they just need to control the boards even more. Sa kabila naman, sabi ni Assistant Coach Tino Pinat, for them to secure this win, even more, kailangan nilang mas mag-usap pa. They need the communication inside the court and more patience on offense. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. There you see Assistant Coach Tino Pinat, newly installed with the entry of Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Itong Bicolandia, they're trying to start off strong here in the third quarter, Coach Louis. Nordic Casajeros taking it inside.
And Bicol talagang yung brand of game nila, nakita naman natin, it's consistent. Pero with Manila right now, this is the best challenge and opportunity for them to test yung kung ano ba yung chemistry nila. Kasi especially up against a brand ng basketball na nilalaro ng Bicol, yung chemistry nyo will help you a lot. Etong sa Oragon, sa nakikita natin, whoever gets the rebound, except maybe sa lineup na to kay JR Nansang, will bring the ball down. Walang talagang, ito talaga, positionless basketball.
Josh Taralba showing us the flight in that last basket, getting the finger roll off of the interior defense of the Bicolandia Oragons. This is the save by Gonzaga. Navarro pitches it ahead. Gonzaga is stopped there by Makabalug. Navarro goes inside, leaves it for Slaughter. One dribble, puts it up. Met by the defense of Javier and Nangsang. Could have been an easy slam actually for Greg if he tried. But just good resistance shown by Nangsang and Chris Javier. This is our play of the game brought to you by Suzuki. And Josh Toralba getting one up there over Chris Javier. Di natin nakita, but another three-pointer there made by the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc, pushing the lead back up now to 27.
Especially this starter group na ang ganda talaga ng pinakita nitong starters during the first quarter that sila ay nakapag-create ng pinakamalaking kalamangan agad for the Manila SV squad.
They had a total of 34 points in that opening frame as Gonzaga continues to pour it on.
And he's feeling it. Man on a mission. Ito si Zags. Kasi talagang sigurado ako, knowing his standards, knowing this guy, yung standards niya, only scored 3 points in their last game versus San Juan after scoring 21 before that San Juan game. So talagang, alam mo, babawi
He's looking like he's gonna be playing his best game of the season here in this matchup against the Oragons, but let's see how well or how long he can sustain this kind of play. There's another quick trigger there. Almost felt like it was going in. Greg Slaughter throws it down.
Tumalon ba?
Nagtingkayat, coach. And he disrupts the pass there to Chris Javier. Aldrian Ang Lim, the team manager of the Bicolandia Oragons, will be checking in for the first time. There you see the dispute And then the recovery from Greg Slaughter, just too easy for him. Not even a lot of effort thrown into that slam. I wish everybody could dunk like that.
And you can appreciate Greg Slaughter, no? Talagang he knows that this is a winnable game for them. Pero yeah, he still showed up, drove 3.5 hours dito sa papunta sa Bataan para dito sa kanyang commitment, para sa kanyang kupunan.
Zach Alanes now in double figures with a dozen. 74-49. Still the same set of starters here para sa kupunan ni Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Toralba looks at his feet. It's beyond the arc. Too strong on the three-point try. Long rebound. Napunta ulit kay Greg Zilla. Toralba will have another crack at it. 2 straight misses for Josh Toralba. Look at Adrian Ang Lim really batting for that basketball. Trying to lead by example here for his players dito sa Bicolandia Oragons.
First time I covered him.
Yeah, I think this is the first game that he's played the entire season. This three-point shot by Shaq Alanis is not his first three-point shot, but definitely this one is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Siguro kung meron tayong advanced statistics, no? Saan court kaya pinakamaraming na convert na 3 points? Itong si Shaq Alanis.
Actually, baka nga dito eh.
Baka dito ba eh, no?
Here he is against Renzo Navarro. A familiar foe. He puts it up. There's just really something with lefties when they are going inside, fishing for a foul. Parang nagiging habit na, ako coach, kahit ako napapansin ko pag nakakapanood ako ng mga kaliwete talaga, well, I'm a lefty myself, that it's really natural for them, but when they go inside, they get to fish for a foul.
Automatic, especially when you're driving, when a lefty is driving to his right side. Kasi usually you're up against a right-handed player na naka-extend na kamay yung kanang kamay. So madalas ayun yung nagiging target para pag-angat mo, yung kamay na right hand niya ayun yung sasabit sa iyo eh.
Kaya nga coach, di na masyado natuto tumira sa labas eh. Kasi kada drive ko may foul naman eh.
Oo.
Kaya lang di rin na makashoot ng free throw.
Kamusta na ayun naman yung tatanong ko sa kamusta naman yung free throw percentage mo, Javi?
Doon ako nadali.
And now, ito yung trabaho natin. Alam mo na kung gaano ka-importante yung free throw na yan.
Ayun na nga, coach. Ako na nga mismo nagsabi na kailangan at least 80% eh. Greg Slaughter has been one of the best free throw shooters this season at the big bench spot here in the MPBL.
Which makes him harder to defend. Imagine when he puts the ball up. Ang maganda kasi kay Greg, he doesn't put the ball down eh. Then yung with his heft, talagang sasabit at parang branch eh. Parang puno eh.
Slaughter is averaging almost 80% from the free throw line this season. Chris Javier misses from downtown. Toralba ahead to Gonzaga. Back to Josh. Toralba hangs just short there. Oh, tried to headbutt it inside, but that's out of bounds in favor of the Bicolandia Oragons. Could have been a pretty play for the Batang Sampaloc. And you imagine what these two can do moving forward for this squad. It's going to be very exciting. Ito si Toralba at saka si Gonzaga. Alanes from downtown, that's no good. Toralba with another board. Josh Toralba looking ahead here. He'll let Renzo Navarro do the organizing here for the Batang Sampaloc. Navarro sees Toralba cutting to the middle. Gonzaga doesn't settle for the outside shot. Tonino puts it up and in. Basket and one for Tonino Gonzaga. Somebody put a fan on him. It's really heating up here inside the Odeon Sports Complex.
Man with a mission. Itong si Tonino Gonzaga.
This is now 26 points in the game for the former Ateneo Blue Eagle and a chance for one more, getting 3 points the old-fashioned way. Ito si Tonino Zags Gonzaga.
You know, I'm just so happy na itong talaga he was able to build his offensive game. Itong si Tonino Gonzaga. Remember, Javi, yung time niya playing for the Blue Eagles, ito rin yung halos yung buong time ko with the FEU Tamaraw. So,
that's correct, yeah.
So, nakita ko yung growth talaga ni Tonino Gonzaga.
Well, on the other side, the Bicolandia Oragons welcomed that basket by their team manager, Aldrian Anglim. Kaya lang malayo pa rin ang hinahabol nila dito.
Oo. Sabi
Renzo Navarro slicing through the defense.
Oragos, masarap na kakainin natin. Pabalik ng Manila. Nakashoot. Nakapunto si boss.
Casajeros puts it up. Strong drive to the basket. Lordy Casajeros, despite the score, not stopping here and trying to give pride to his squad. CBC with a personal there. Casajeros now with 18 points in this game, together with his 4 rebounds. But surprisingly, only with just a single assist to show for in this game. Ito si Lordy Casajeros, usually averaging 3.8 assists. But again, I mentioned earlier in this game, he had 8 dimes in their last game against the Bataan Risers. CBC corner pocket 3 is good.
And, you know, those short corner shots, three-point corner shots, talaga, that's where Manila is making a living in this game versus the Oragons.
That's three-pointer number 10 right now in this game. The former FPU Tamarao and Gilas Pilipinas standout, showing out here in the third quarter para sa kanyang bagong kupunan, ang Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. It's an 84-55 contest here. We'll be right back. Tingnan natin ang ating fans of the game, brought to you by Jinky Skin. Beautiful faces here inside the Orion Sports Complex here in Camalig, Bataan, our venue for your MPBL Thursday triple header. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Louis Gonzalez and Miss Andrea Endicio. You're looking at the man on a mission here in this game. That's Tonino Zags Gonzaga, who is so far the leading scorer dito sa ating laro with 26 points in this game. That's only after scoring 3 points against the San Juan Knights in that heartbreaking defeat they incurred last August 19. Talking about the Manila Batang Sampaloc. Off at the timeout, the Oragons here go to Cyrus Llarena, and he scores on the reverse.
Yeah, it's all Cyrus Llarena in that with that possession. Talagang siya lang yung nakahawak ng bola that went all the way straight to the basket.
Kaya lang, pang 5 puntos pa lamang yun, Cyrus Llarena here in this game after scoring a total of 17. Gonzaga trying to put more points to his total. And he gets the steal here, disrupting the fast break for the Oragons.
Oo. And this is one guy na in-insert ngayon ni Coach Ariel that I wanted to build chemistry playing along with Josh Toralba and Tonino Gonzaga. Etong si John Katimbuhan. Kasi yung speed niya Renzo is always, alam mo, reliable. Pero yung speed ni John, pwedeng makasabay sa speed ni Josh Toralba and Sags.
That's an easy block by Greg Slaughter. Casajeros gets it back. Slaughter gets fouled from behind. Could have been an easy pitch out to John Hamon.
John Hamon played very well in their last game versus San Juan off the bench.
He scored 7 points in almost 11 minutes of play. 3 out of 5 from the field. 1 out of 2 from the outside, but had 9 assists. Si John Hamon.
So there's a challenge.
Coach Raymond Valenzuela, who came in late here in this game. Now, using his coach's challenge for the first time dito sa ating laro. We'll be taking a short break. Successful challenge for Coach Raymond Valenzuela and the Bicolandia Oragons to the dismay of Greg Slaughter. He had his hands up there on that Manila bench. Take a look at what happened there. There you see Slaughter attempting a pass forward to John Hamon, and then Casajeros trying to swipe it away from him.
Oo. Ayan yung magandang angle talaga natin. Yung camera natin below the ring. Dito sa kabilang side.
There's no foul on Casajeros, but Manila will still take possession here. John Hamon increasing the 3-point total of Manila in this game. That's number 11 now for the Batang Sampaloc. Justin Alfonso, his first appearance here in the second half, missing on that 3-point shot. Puroy Katembuhan looking to push, but defense back para sa Bicolandia. Tempra gets bumped, and it's going to be a baseline throw-in for the Batang Sampaloc with still 16 on their shot clock.
And these are the guys that will help them papunta sa playoffs. And they need, alam mo, kailangan na mabuhay talaga ni Coach Vanguardia. Ito, si James Tempra and John Hamon. Kasi these are, sa akin, these are players that can contribute maganda yung mga resume nitong mga to.
Coach, talk to us about the coaching style of Coach Ariel Vanguardia over the years, especially after his transition into the professional leagues.
Oo, sa akin easily na he knows where to put his player. He knows how to maximize yung potential ng kanyang mga players. And again, yung adjustment sa laro, importante kasi he's a student of the game. Kaya nga, imagine he's fresh from yung kanyang stint being one of the assistant coaches ng Atlanta Hawks during the summer league. So, makikita mo dun yung continuous learning
And always very impressive to have veteran coaches take that kind of opportunity kahit na alam nila na ang dami na nilang narating sa kanilang karera. Of course, Coach Ariel has not only been successful locally, but also internationally.
Oo, and alam naman natin na he's not new to the organization already. This is his second time to coach this Manila organization.
Kent Lau gets blocked there underneath, met by the defense of two Manila behemoths in Aloseni and James Sena.
And remember, the last time he coached this Manila team, they went straight to the playoffs.
That's correct.
Okay, the time na nandun pa si Aris Dionisio. Nandun pa ba si Bitoon nun? Yeah.
That's correct.
Nandun pa si Bitoon, correct?
It was because of his tutelage that Aris Dionisio actually made a name for himself and made it to the PBA, where he has carved out a successful career with the Magnolia Chicken Temblados Hotshots, a regular member of their rotation. Kent Lau tries his luck from the outside. Manila now into their half court. John Hamon gives it up to Sena. Back to Puroy, Katimbuhan. The reverse, medyo kulang yung pektos doon. Sena, top of the circle, 3. Ooh, trying to do a Steph Curry there. Sena wants it back. Aloseni now sets the pick. You could really see now Manila, they're enjoying themselves. Aloseni gets the pass from Tempra. Basket and 1 for Raba Aloseni. This particular 5 on the floor, Coach, a bunch of role players, but certainly you already mentioned that these guys will be the ones helping them in the playoffs when they make a deep run.
And I like how Puroy is facilitating itong 4 guys. Talaga making them move and creating scoring opportunities for them.
We still have so much time remaining in this game, and Manila already in the century mark. That's now 100 to 59 here. 7-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Cyrus Llarena with the rock.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go.
18-footer, that's no good. There's a foul against James Tempra. Manila, that's their last foul to give.
And these are the things na matututunan niya guarding Lordy Casajeros. Selling a call.
A big move for James Tempra to forgo his eligibility in the UAAP to begin his pro career here with the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc. Alfonso, bullseye. Hamon trying to beat the buzzer. The heave won't go. That's gonna do it. Or the third quarter here between the Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA and the Bicolandia Oragons. A dominant showing once again here for the guys in blue. Josh Toralba certainly started this game hot and is continuing to show glimpses of brilliance. These are the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Lordy Casajeros also trying to keep things burning here para sa Bicolandia Oragons. He's leading the way for them with 19 points, while Tonino Gonzaga is on a career high game here in this match with 26 points. The score at the end of 3, 100-60. This score brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Josh Peralba in his fourth game for the Manila Batang Sampaloc scored 16 points against San Juan. Was one of the reasons, or perhaps the biggest reason, why they were able to make a huge comeback in the fourth quarter after being down by double digits against the Knights.
And in this game, still continue to be resilient and plays with a lot of energy na alam naman natin that's he's really known for. Pero again, the value of this guy. Okay, first 3 game, 9 points per game in 19 minutes. Now, unti-unti, humahaba na yung kanyang minuto. Tapos, tumataas na rin yung kanyang production.
He starts the fourth quarter on the bench, and Coach Ariel Vanguardia continuing to stick with this 5, comprised of Aluseni, Tempra, Katimbuhan, Sena, and Jan Hamon. The quarter scoring on your screens there, Coach. Manila churning out their biggest output of this game in that third quarter.
Kasi ang maganda nung third quarter, they were able to score 38 points kasi ang ganda na ng pag-deliver ng kanilang first and second group. Even especially this guy holding the ball right now, talagang nag-step up nung third quarter.
Raba Oluseni now up to 15 points sa ating laro. He scored 9 in the first half. Charles Burgos will come in para kay Kent Lau. Ang ginagawa na naman ng Manila dito, Coach, they're just trying to fine-tune their execution.
And again, giving confidence dito sa mga players na sa likes ni Jan Hamon and James Tempra.
Sena gets it up top. Aluseni wants it. Katimbuhan was wide open underneath. The goggles being shown there by James Sena. Casajeros turns the corner, gets bumped, puts it up. Just a tad bit too short on that layup attempt. Casajeros will be taking 2 free throws. Take a look at that play of the game brought to you by Suzuki. Bullet pass inside James Sena, no looking to Puroy Katimbuhan. This is just the first game of your Thursday triple header here in the Orion Sports Complex here in Kamalig, Bataan. Of course, later on at 6 o'clock p.m., it's going to be the Iloilo United Royals trying to catch up on the Negros Muscovados in the Southern Division as they tangle with the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Iloilo is currently 8-14. Negros is at 12-13. On the other hand, Rizal is also trying to solidify their hold on a playoff spot in the Northern Division. They currently hold the last spot in that division, currently 12-11, just a game ahead of the Valenzuela Classic, who are at 11-11.
But in terms of importance, I think both teams really need a win there. Kasi especially itong Rizal na alam mo naman napakasikip at napakahirap ng competition dun sa ating North Division. And with Iloilo naman, their backs against the wall because ang pinaglalabanan na lang halos dun sa ating South Division is yung 8th spot na lang.
That's correct. And it's really a pity, Coach, considering that they had such promise heading into this season with the recruits that they got. Imagine the biggest stars in college basketball and CJ Catsino, Mark Nonoy, and then you pair that with veterans like Gwen Capasso. But PBA draft came along, and these players, they decided to enter the draft. Also CJ Katapusan, one of them. And it's really didn't help Iloilo moving forward to have these guys in and out of the roster and eventually now making their way to the big league.
Oo. It was a promising lineup when we started. They started the season very well. Pero ayun nga yung challenges inside the team, ayun talaga yung medyo naging isang hump talaga na nakapigil sa kanila.
That free throw by Charles Burgos was brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Burgos goes 2 for 2. Charles so far not yet in double figures sa laro na to. And now the entry of a new player para dito sa Manila SV Batang Sampaloc. That's Flores coming in for the first time here at the 7-minute to 39 mark of the fourth quarter. Pumasok na rin ulit si Ira Batalier dito para sa kupunan ni Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Tempra getting swatted away there by Charles Burgos. And the learning continues here for James Tempra against Lordy Casujeros.
Talaga magcha-challenge ka talaga no? And again, right now with him is just to keep up. To keep playing kasi importante siyang in their last game. I don't know, parang itong si James Tempra hindi nagkaroon ng chance na ma-insert ni Coach Ariel.
Araba Oluseni adding to his scoring total. He's now up to 21 points sa ating laro. Alanes snaking his way past the defense, puts it up with the left hand and gets that one to go.
The skill set of Shaq Alanes and the control with that basketball.
He's just so crafty. Especially when he knows that he's already absorbed the contact. He just knows how to finish through it. Puroy Katimbuhan will come out. Jimboy Pastoran will come back in para sa Manila. So it's now those two, joined by Raf Flores, James Tempra, Ira Batalier, and Raba Al-Husseini. Flores rejects the screen. They go to the corner. Tempra, that's not really his cup of tea. The Oragons now are off and running. That's going to be the easiest 2 points of the afternoon para kay Shaq Alanes. 17 puntos sa laro na to para kay Shaq Alanes. Batalier given a lot of space on top. He'll take the three. That's way off the mark. Casujeros forward to Burgos. Nice catch there. Putting on the brakes. Gets blocked from behind by Tempra.
And these are those easy basket, almost an easy basket for Bicol kasi every time may tumira ka talaga ng 3 points versus their zone, automatic talaga. They gonna run.
It's just target practice right now para dito kay Raba Al-Husseini. Constantly being fed by his teammates here in the second half.
And I think Coach Ariel will let him play the entire game.
He hasn't missed here in this game. And he's played over 14 minutes sa ating laro. There's his better half. Always supporting him in almost every game. Halos walang mintis. Al-Husseini goes 2 for 2. That's 23 points now in the game para kay Raba Al-Husseini.
And with Raba, if he keeps his cool like this, just focus on the game, ang hirap. Raba Al-Husseini pa rin yan. A one-time UAP MVP.
I remember that season where he won MVP, Coach, because the season before, nobody really thought that he was gonna have that kind of impact.
Grabe yung switch,
From being a raw talent, then all of a sudden becoming an MVP. That was certainly very remarkable para kay Raba Aluseni. That free throw by Shaq Alanes was brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Coach Raymond Valenzuela and the Bicolandia Oragons just trying to do their best here in their last stretch of games. They are 3-19.
And imagine going back to history with that Ateneo Blue Eagle. After him, it was Greg Slaughter naman.
Yeah. That really started the dynasty for the Blue Eagles after an era that was mostly dominated by Arvin Santos, and then previous to that, the LaSalle Green Archers. Now approaching the halfway point, the final frame here. Aluseni still wants it, and he's not going to stop asking for it here. Malyari goes to Raba. Blind side double from Alanes. Bounces it off Malyari. Malyari is saying sorry there to Aluseni, apologizing for not telling him that there was a double coming from behind in Shaq Alanes. Alanes missing on the easy layup. Flores, no look inside. Aluseni continues to be perfect. That's 25 points in the game. And this Manila squad, they are led by two Ateneo Blue Eagles in Zags Gonzaga and Raba Aluseni, each with 26 and 25 respectively.
So let's just hold on to this. Kasi I don't know if there is a player already that na nagkaroon ng ganitong perfect in terms of field goal attempts.
Yeah, this actually might be a record para kay Raba Aluseni. We'll check later with Sir Jory Mangonon if that is indeed going to be a record. We'll take a short break. Presenting our Suzuki Muscular and Sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the Muscular and Sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. We welcome you back to our MPBL Thursday here inside the Orion Sports Complex here in Camalig, Bataan. Javi Palanya joined by Coach Louie Gonzalez and Miss Andrea Indicio. That could have been the first miss of the game para kay Raba Aluseni. Buti na lang, traveling violation.
Naging turnover.
Aluseni has played 15 minutes and 24 seconds sa ating laro and is 11 out of 11 from the field. Shaq Alanes knocks it down from the outside, but certainly a game filled with huge numbers para dito sa Manila SV Batang Sampaloc SGA. Aside from Raba not missing in 11 attempts, they have churned out 43 assists in this game, 11 out of 33 from the outside, and their field goal percentage continues to be skyrocketing in this game. 49 out of 83, 59%.
Oo, ang taas talaga niyan.
Batalier looks inside to Raba Aluseni. Oh, that's his first miss, but he gets it back and puts it right back in for 2 points. 11 out of 12 right now. 12 out of 13 para kay Raba Aluseni.
Oo.
Sayang naman. Malyari gets it on the break. Could have been a chance for Raba Aluseni to set an MPBL record with the most number of field goals without a miss. Unfortunately, he already had his first miss earlier Chris Xavier will not miss on that jumper. That's only his second field goal sa ating laro. If you're looking at the numbers here, Bicol continuing to maintain that 42% field goal percentage, but the defense just really has been horrible for them.
It's just kasi that's the brand that they play. Talagang continuous, kaya hanggat may oras, tatakbo at aatake ng aatake.
At talagang Phoenix Suns basketball ni Coach Mike D'Antoni, yung offense will be your best defense eh. Or maybe even like what Don Nelson did with the Golden State Warriors when they still had guys like Monte Ellis.
But just imagine if they were able na makikip nila itong core na to, tapos madagdagan pa ng at least mga 4-5 na personnel. Ganitong klaseng laro, ang hirap kalaban ito.
Oh, nice touch passing there for the Oragons. Javier locating Burgos on the right side of the basket.
Oo, kasi even if they're letting their opponent score, okay, laging 100 past 100, ang taas rin ng kanilang scoring, so they're doing something good also.
Bicolandia Oragons are giving up 95.1 points per game to their opponents, while scoring a total of 80 points per game. That's good for number 7 in the league.
Imagine, nasa top 10. They're inside the top 10 in terms of points scored.
Just behind the Zamboanga Master Sardines and the Abra Weavers at 81.2 points.
I think fast break points as well. They are in the top 5.
Not in the top 5, but they do have a high number there. Rabal Husseini is back at the free throw line. This just might be the biggest win of the season in terms of points scored para dito sa Manila Batang Sampaloc.
Automatic yan sa tingin ko, kasi imagine both players holding career highs. I think this is the Raba's career high here in the MPBL. So with Sags Gonzaga.
That's correct. Previous to this game, Gonzaga's best game of the season was against the Marikina Shoemasters, where he had 22 points. Para kay Raba Al-Husseini naman, we'll check what his previous season high was with the Batang Sampaloc as we wind down this fourth quarter here. Chris Xavier losing it on the baseline, but the Dragons will be keeping possession. Cyrus Learena and Justin Alfonso will be coming back in para dito sa Bicolandia Oragons. Previous high of Raba Al-Husseini this season was 18 points, which he scored against the Quezon Huskers and the Davao Occidental Tigers. So this is definitely a season best para kay Raba Al-Husseini at 27 points. Javier missing on the jumper. We now enter the final 2 minutes of this one, brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. And this done si Cyrus Learena, and Bicolandia Oragons though will be keeping possession still. Looks like last touch was on Batalier.
Grabe pa rin yung atake, There's no signs of slowing down for the Oragons,
Alfonso gets fouled on the jump shot. Pau Habilona, the guilty party on that last play. For Manila, their biggest output of the season prior to this was 90 points, which they scored against the Bataan Risers and the Valenzuela Classic. It was against the Iloilo United Royals. It was 98 points, which happened last June 19. So this certainly is their biggest output in terms of scoring this season. There you catch a glimpse of Coach Raymond Valenzuela. You now wonder how Bicol will be dealing with things moving forward as they look into next year's campaign. Which players will be left? Which players will be added? Will they retain the coaching staff? And to the delight of the Manila bench, Rap Flores able to get it from the outside. Justin Alfonso answers back with a 3-point shot. That's now 46 assists, by the way, in this game para sa Manila Batang Sampaloc. This could be another one. Flores mops the outside shot. Alfonso, the ex-Pasto Llarena, push shot, no good. Meron pang foul na maitatawag laban sa Bicolandia. That's Lordy Casajeros. Well, now Manila has now set the highest total in terms of it's San Juan who has actually set that record. Pero now natay na ng Manila. Tempra gets it from the free throw line.
Parang ang dami nating career high ngayon sa ating first game.
Yun na nga, coach. Kaya nabubulol na rin ako kung ano yung mga tama at mali. But certainly, this is a welcome performance para dito kay Coach Ariel Vanguardia after their loss to the San Juan Knights in their last game. And a good confidence booster as they go up against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns in their next game. That is gonna be something that everybody will be looking forward to. That matchup between Greg Slaughter, Rabao Luceni, and Justin Balti Baltazar and the rest of the Pampanga front line.
So, I think that breaks the record. That's the new record high in terms of assists here in the MPBL.
47 total dimes for the Manila SV. Batang Sampaloc SGA making the record here for most assists in a game. Cyrus Llarena trying to get one last basket here for the Oragons. That's way off the mark, and Pau Havilona will just get this one across. Malyari naitira pa. 48 total assists for Manila.
And again, this is how you build chemistry, and I think that's one thing that itong Manila will gonna look into after playing itong Bicolandia Oragons. Though they won big, pero sa akin magandang number yan to start with, especially if you're trying to build chemistry and relationship with the new coaching staff and the with the remaining players.
Our player of the game para sa ating laro was Tonino Zags Gonzaga, who had a great performance. He set the tone para sa kanilang kupunan sa laro na to. Our best player of the game brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro.
Oo, talaga no signs of slowing down. Every time he's on the floor, yung energy nitong Manila SB squad is always at high together with yung mga rest of their starters.
26 points, 10 out of 18 from the field, 6 out of 12 from downtown, including 4 steals, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. A's led Manila to this big 128-86 victory against the Bicolandia Oragons. That's chalking up win number 17 para sa kanilang koponan. Our final score brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX at courtside right now. Tonino Gonzaga is with Miss Andrea Endicio.
Thank you, Javi. That is right. Our daily fantasy best player of this game is Zags Gonzaga. First of all, congratulations. Zags, alam kong mainit kanina pero mas naging mainit yung performance mo ngayong hapon. You actually got your career high performance, scoring 18 points. First half pa lang, finishing with 26 points. Ano nga bang reason behind this heated performance?
Well, buti na lang yung unang tira ko pumasok tapos nagtuloy-tuloy lang. Sinuportahan lang ako ng mga teammates ko. Pinapasahan nila ako pag libre tapos binibigyan nila ako confidence.
You guys were able to bounce back against your loss from the number 2 seed, which is San Juan. Pero looking at the score of this game, mukhang nagpe-prepare kayo para sa inyong next game, which is against the number 1 seed ng North Division. Kamusta nga ba yun?
Well, yun rin yung sinabi namin coming into the schedule. Medyo dikit-dikit yung laro namin. So every game, medyo preparation for hanggang sa playoffs na. So tama. Getting ready lang kami for the tough games din.
Alam naman natin, Zags, na in your next game, inaabangan ang match-up ng big men na si Greg at si Balti. Pero ikaw, Zags, meron ka bang nilulook forward na ka-match-up against this Pampanga team?
Wala naman. Di naman ako talaga, isa sa mga top option sa team namin. Nagkakataon lang talaga na nalilibre ako dahil siyempre yung mga kakampi ko create for us wingmen. So,
well, magaling na. Humble pa itong si Zags. Meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
yes. Si Mayor Honey Lacuna, Congressman San Versosa, si SGA, Boss Frank Lau, Awesome Smile, Robust, Fortune Pay, Boss Ryan David Rojas, sa mga batang 641, Boss Raymond Ang, Boss Emilio of Solid Shipping, Tela Athletics, Boss Joey Simanes, Fisio Spa, Boss Roman, Gold's Gym, mga magulang ko, tsaka yung tatay ni Renzo Navarro, birthday niya ngayon. Happy birthday po, Tito.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that is Zags Gonzaga, our best player, brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Back to you, Javi and Coach Louie.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Congratulations once again to Zags Gonzaga for chalking up another Player of the Game award dito sa ating liga. Up next, we have the Iloilo United Royals going up against the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Two teams trying to extend their playoff hopes in their respective divisions. For my partner, Coach Louie Gonzalez, and for our courtside reporter, Ms. Andrea Indicio, this has been Javi Palanya. Keep it locked in here on the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.